In that promo, Grunion, I need to see it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next
There are like a million people
none of your
ringside.
business. Listen up,
Oh, here we go. Speaking of Jim Cornette,
you other various forms of genetic deficiency.
wearing his funeral
Because I am
suit.
ready to now introduce the greatest tag team combination ever to step foot in this area. I'm talking about none other than the man from Kansas City. He's 250
Wait, the Midnights
pounds.
worked there for
the cowboy
years.
himself, Bob Orton Jr.
Oh my God, I love that sweater. He just wore a sweater from home. Like that's what he drives Randy to school in.
70 pounds from Kansas City, Missouri. Ladies and gentlemen, prime time Ron Powers.
So for those of you who don't know, Ron Powers was a St. Louis guy who like
Their manager tonight,
Larry Madison thought was going to be like the next big thing for years. He probably rode to the show with Bob Orton, and that's how he got on. Oh God, here we go. Copyright strike, getting ready. Bow, 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 wow. The way the modulation is, not the modulation, just the way the shitty audio is on this VHS tape, it makes it sound like a you know, those early 90s like jock jam beats, like a jock jam remix of Eye of the Tiger.
Now approaching the ring.
Yeah, Smoky Mountain had started around this time. Jim was just doing this for extra money.
255 pounds. The gentleman, Chris Adams.
Chris Adams' jacket is like 5 flags sewn together.
Weighing in at 266 pounds. Paul Orndorff. One fall, 30-minute time limit. This
Bob Orton Jr. again. Last time we saw Bob Orton in the NWF, him and Chris Adams had like the best match imaginable. Oh, I'm joking, Jake. They probably, I've not had issues with music, with copyrighted music on these live streams. And if there's any sort of issue in the VOD, there's an option now I can remove the song. So, all good. I was joking. Chris Adams and Paul Orndorff is a very funny team. It's the who's who of who's left. As my dog is being an asshole, clicking and clacking across the hardwood floor.
We'll see it, I promise you. We'll see it. We will. You bet we will. I'll tell you what. You want? There's Cornette. Now what's going on tonight? There's that guy again.
That guy, yeah, who the
man or somebody? I don't know who he is.
He's the honky tonk man or something.
He is the biggest idiot that I've ever met. I don't know. Cornette can't even stand him. That's what a moron he is. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure we'll find out. Getting back to the action in the ring, you watch this Orton. Watch him move. Watch him maneuver. Both these guys are experienced wrestlers.
That is not Kenny Bull. Ollie Dude is in the ring.
Going to let the other one force him into his corner, so therefore they're backed into the neutral corner. Very smart on both their parts. And the only thing that only common viewpoint that both of these guys
I love seeing this pairing again after the last time we saw them last year when we watched NWF, and they literally tore the house down.
That's the only thing they've got in common. That's what's going to make it. The same thing goes for Mr. Wonderful and P.T. Powers. Yeah. Oh, nice maneuver.
Oh, I feel bad. He normally, even when he was old, he was able to hit that kick up.
Mr. Wonderful for the top rope. High risk maneuver. They're going to work on Bob Orton right now.
Oh, that's fun. She likes Dragon Place. Legends of Wrestling is a real weird game. Like, every time I play it, like, I want it to be good, and then within 2 minutes, I remember how rough it is.
Come off that top rope and not have to worry about too much, and that's why he got such elevation on that maneuver.
That might be Ray Brandt at ringside. That's a good point.
Right now, Ron Powers
704 folks watching with us right now. That's awesome. Love you.
We have seen Chris Adams, Paul Orndorff in the ring right now.
Orndorff.
Put a little pressure.
Always love when people would pronounce it without the R. Orndorff.
We talked about what great wrestling shape they were in last week. Ooh, heavy
oh, hell yeah. Bob Orton with a sweet-ass bump.
Nearly knocked Orton out all the way to the floor there.
Ollie Dude is laying down the lolly law.
Just look at the determination in Orndorff's eyes.
Orndorff's eyes.
He is ready for some serious wrestling. He sure does. He's got a face on him. He's got a scowl.
He's got a face on him.
Reversal. to a hammerlock.
What does that even mean? He has a face on him. Like, is he ugly? Is he hot?
We talked about tag team action.
Yeah, Bob Orton. I did that video about Bob Orton I think it was last week.
And if they don't work together,
happy by how much love he got.
Right here, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, Chris Adams. They've worked together before. They're very good at it. Look what I'm talking about. Right to the ring. Adams going to the top rope. Again, you see Orndorff hanging on to secure that position to give.
Perfectly fine tag team match here.
They just kind of traded positions that time. Still working on that arm on Orton, and there you see that wrist lock or arm bar right there. Variation of a Japanese arm bar. Orton trying to push him back in that rope, trying to get over there close enough that corner to make
hello
that tag.
I believe. If I said your name wrong, I'm sorry. I'm just bad at reading names. But hello and welcome to the Twitch chat. Welcome. Thank you so much for following. Thank you, Yankee Hawk. I love seeing this stuff grow. Having more and more folks watching this stuff with us every week.
I don't know. You talking about Cornette? He's still here.
Lolly dude, making sure nothing's illegal.
We've got to find out who that guy is.
Yeah, wrestling has evolved past a lot of the stuff here.
It kind of reminds me
for better or
of
for worse, it
a
has.
dead entertainer. I'm not so sure he is. I think that you'd get an argument about that. Oh. Tag made by Chris Adams. Paul Orndorff is the legal man in the ring right now. Bob Orton, I tell you what, they've been working on him since the start, the first bell. He can't even get close to Ron Powers to get the prime.
Yeah, Chris Adams in '98 was a lot of fun in WCW. I even liked when he had the feud with Chip Mitton where he started doing all the judo shit again.
I know that Bobby would have liked to have made that tag and gotten out of that ring.
That's interesting. I didn't even think about that, Roderick. Falling off my kitchen counter now. Fucking bugs.
Big drop kick. And look when Orndorff comes back with another one.
I love how Bob Orton was able to make that drop kick great, and he didn't have to bump. He just ran. And I agree with you, not that Chris Benoit. Terry Funk is. You'd think that'd be like the one thing Terry Funk couldn't do. You'd have to like regulate yourself. But no, he's doing real well. Doing play-by-play because his play-by-play guy can't do play-by-play. What's the logo on Bob's trunks? Asked Jonathan. I think it's a playing card. Thank you, Jake Jonas. I appreciate that very much.
The tag's been made, but guess what? They take it right to prime time. Ron Powers. They're working on the same body part too. Went right back to the arm again. One thing about it, you know, prime time didn't intimidate him with that size of his. I'll swear that he's about 270 to 280. He's a big guy. Big
yeah,
wrestler.
Ron Powers is always supposed to be like a big guy. But he's like not that much bigger than anybody else in this match.
And the other one is Eli the Eliminator. Sometime I'd like to see them two go against each other. He's got a couple of wild boys. Yeah, no
Film Fest guy, thank you so much for the follow. At first I thought it said Film Feet guy. I'm like, what's up, Tony? But no, Film Fest guy, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch.
You want to lay a bet on it? I bet you a quarter. I win all the bets. You do win all the bets, but you win them no matter what. But
is Orton still the legal man? I didn't catch that.
In the ring at one time?
Terry Funk ever booked somewhere.
We might even see the guy
yeah, he booked Amarillo.
And I'm talking about Jim Cornette.
Where the hell he would have booked? I know he was almost supposed to book WCW like a half dozen times.
And I wouldn't give him the credit of being called a fool.
And he was offered a booking gig in the WWF in like '93. Before he, the famous, my horse is sick, I have to go home.
Right back onto that arm, makes that quick tag. They're going to work together. Teamwork, that's what I'm talking about. Another example of teamwork between Chris Adams and Mr. Wonderful. Lollipops keeping pretty good control of this match. I didn't think the man would have stand a chance.
That's right, Terry Funk's not booked in this.
I didn't think he'd stand a chance to keep control, but he's doing a pretty good job. So far, it really hasn't gotten out of hand.
A great mullet on Ron Powers,
yes. Getting a little impatient. He wants to get back into the ring. Powers picked him up for a slam then, but Chris hang right onto that arm. You know, Chris is a big guy, and I've heard you mention the term wrestling fit. And if you look at Chris Adams and Paul
Anthony
Orndorff,
Palumbo, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm glad to be a stress relief tonight, my friend.
Knee drop.
World sucks. We all need to be there for each other. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you so much.
I'm telling you something, National Wrestling Federation has got a bunch of great wrestlers in it. It's wrestling action, kind of action we want here in Louisiana. Oh, nice kick. Drops in there. You see how fast he got on top of it, too?
Ghost 86, thank you so much for the follow. A lot of folks. I'm loving this. Loving the turnout tonight. You guys are the best.
Brother Paul Orndorff.
He looks like he just smelled a booger over there.
What?
Cinching up on that hammerlock right now. See, they're keeping him in there tighter. They had
I love that Chris Adams' trunks are like off-color Union Jack. Like it's gray and like maroon.
It shortens the extension of your arm. Whenever you got him in there that close, it's harder for him to make the tag.
Body slam by prime time Ron Powers. But you know, again, I
also props to Ron Powers for having those cowboy wrestling boots.
To the corner of Paul Orndorff and Chris Adams. They're not giving the man in the ring a chance to even get close to make a tag.
Hello, Marshall Williams. Thank you for the sub over on YouTube. Appreciate it a ton. Lolly Dude laying down the law.
A very slick maneuver.
Lolly, turn around.
Oh, look out. They're doubling up on him right now. They're going to double up on him.
Sam Fusions. Anthony Palumbo's screen name is goated. Yes, I believe it's to catch predator. Yes. All are being so awesome with those super chats tonight. Thank you so much.
Chris Adams is in trouble right now. Bob Orton hit him with about
you know, as Adam said, Adams left his trunks in the back window of his car for a week. That's what happens. Looks like one of those ECW action figures that like turn different colors as they age. Yeah, Ron Powers was on a couple of night shows. That's right, No You Stick It. Yeah, he was one of the big guys that they would bring in for Luger to do jobs to. Also, what a great elbow by Bob Orton. Look at that!
He's got that leg across his throat right now. Shoving Adams into a terrible position, isn't he?
Chris Adams is in trouble right now. Now he's got to get over here to get Orndorff into the ring so he can take a little bit of a break and cut over the coop. But Bob Orton is working on him non-stop.
He's also making sure that he gets out of there on time for that count. You notice that. Here comes a maneuver by Orton. Slingshot maneuver.
Liz Alvarado. Hello, and thank you for the follow. No, I've seen you around before. I'm glad to have the follow.
He's using the ropes.
And the heart camera wire, the face is over, always upper left, and the heels position lower right. That way, you can see the face in the corner, like reaching out, pumping up, and doing all that. Thank you so much, Film Fest guy. Appreciate you. I love doing the reels. I'm glad to have you watching.
His throat right across there again. They are working on his neck. I don't know if he can come back in the ring or even make a 20 count right now. After all the punishment
Cowboy security holding shit down at ringside. Lolly Dude. Colin Paul Orndorff, man, listen, you gotta follow the rules. I don't care what's going on, you gotta follow the rules. You do not cross the dude.
Now, who's the legal man in the ring for the power?
I have no idea who the legal man is.
I guess it's prime time because he's in the ring.
It is. I guess it's prime time. All I know is the man
these guys are putting in the work. Appreciate it.
Chris Adams.
Is the ref played by Buddy Rose? No. Lolly Dude is the referee's name. Thought it was Greg Valentine last time we streamed.
Throwing him back into the ring.
You know, we even made a comment a little while ago. Lollipop was doing such a good job of keeping order.
Lollipop? Wait, you can't just change his name to something even more gimmicky. Now they're saying it's a lollipop?
Oh, there comes a bunch of rights. Another right, another right.
Well, Terry Funk's loving this. I love that Terry Funk, even on like a show like this, loves wrestling so much.
Orndorff is on top of him.
I know what you're talking about, Grudman. That's funny.
What's going to happen now? Drives him into that turnbuckle.
Oh, I love that. That was a fun little bump into the turnbuckle.
On top of him. Staying on top of him.
Pretty neat.
Throws him off into the ropes. A reversal on his part. Here goes a leapfrog by Prime.
Oh!
The big boot to the face.
Oh, Blocker, thank you for the super chat. I saw your Blue Sky post earlier. That's awesome. You were there.
Got Cornette roaming around
Got
the
to
ring right now. He looks
yell
real
at
happy.
Lolly
Look like-
Dude and tell him
he's real
to
happy
turn
about his
around.
guys being in some type of control.
A pile driver. One. Oh, nope. The Ace, Cowboy Bob Orton. Man's so cool, he has 2 nicknames, and it all works. I've heard the Prince from Women's Championship Wrestling, Clint.
Lollipop is trying to restrain Bob Orton
Could not
right
ever
now.
play those promos on here. Well, I've heard them.
Go, Paul, go.
Go, Paul,
Paul,
go.
go, and he's got a long way to go. Chris Adams is asking for the tag. He can't quite seem to get his bearings straight. He doesn't know which way to go.
Neither wrestler
All he
can
needs
get
not even
their
counting.
bearings
He's just
right
like,
now.
okay, you guys are
Cornette is
down?
screaming
You guys
for
are
the
down?
Orndorff is coming to the
Here
corner.
it comes.
You guys are down? Okay.
Look out. Oh.
Holy shit, Grunion, you just broke my brain in the best way possible. The Ace, Cowboy Bob Orton with the Gambler would have been such a good team. Holy shit, Grunion, you are a genius.
And Orndorff is out of the ring after him.
Orndorff's got it. Orndorff's got it.
I thought Paul Orndorff was going to do the noggin knocking thing with the security guard and Jim Cornette.
Well, that's that jerk. That moron.
That jerk, that moron.
He got a 3 count in. Primetime Ron Powers.
Jack, NWF was kind of, the idea was they were going to take over all the Mid-South towns. Buck Robley thought he could do that. Yankee Hawk, Best Pile Driver, Paul Orndorff, and Jerry Lawler. I like Paul Orndorff's better. More pizzazz to it.
The people are on their feet. And they're hot. They're
Boo!
mad. and I
But
don't
Paul
blame
Blocker
them.
was one of those
Let's
folks
take
in
a
the
look
crowd
at
that was
it
like,
on the replay.
boo!
We
I
can
can't
see
miss the
exactly what
finish.
happened.
Because there were 19 things going on at the same time.
Perverted puke. And there you
Perverted
see Primetime
puke.
going in for the cover. And it's
Right
1
as
and 2 and
old
3
Ron Powers
and Lollipop went
goes
ahead
into
on
Amazon
the phone,
position
and that's it.
on
We'll be
Chris
back
Adams.
after this important message.
Next, Jimmy Rogers. I cannot wait.